Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Power of Six call. My name is Verdita Monk. I'm a Senior Presidential Director out of Atlanta. And my husband and I are really excited about working this business together and so delighted to have you all on this call this evening. And you being on this call lets me know that you are ready to go to Honolulu. That's what this call is all about. You know, my husband and I have been so privileged and grateful to have qualified for several trips that LifeWave offers us. And this is one of the most exciting ones I've seen, Honolulu, Hawaii. And so the first thing I want to tell you is this: you got to be excited about it because excitement is contagious. If you're excited, you have already been reaching out to team members saying, are you ready to go? Are you going? Because guess what? You don't want to go by yourself. And you're just excited about it. You want to see who else wants to go. And so what I've done tonight is I put together some information that will help us all realize that it is really not difficult at all. You know, the reason I brought up the fact that, you know, that you want to start right away is because every time we've qualified for these trips, different circumstances were going on in our lives, and you never know when something's going to come up. And so that's why you want to prepare ahead of time. Tonight, what I've got are some bullet points that's going to help you understand how to maximize the chances of qualifying for the Honolulu trip. You see, I'm already envisioning myself out there on the water. You know, I can't really swim, especially in deep water. But we want to win a trip for two. Who wants to win a trip for two? And so that's what this is all about. This trip is going to be May 5th through the 9th of 2026. So you definitely want to get ready for that. So the first thing I want to ask you to do, if you haven't already done it, I've done this. I created a vision board. Let me tell you why. Because on my vision board so far, I'm probably going to add some more things. I hope you can kind of see it a little bit. Let me see if I can pull it up. I just got a picture just like this, just like the one you see on the screen already. And what I've done is I have drawn 10 lines. Excuse me, 10 lines. At the end of each line, I got a number, and that number corresponds to one of my personal partners that have said they want to win the trip. They want to participate. And on my sheet, on a separate sheet, I have had a name that corresponded to that number. Now I'll probably go back and put those numbers right there on this board because I just didn't want you to see the names, but I know the names, but I want to put it on there so I can visualize it. And what I'm going to be doing is every time one of those people rank up, I'm going to, like say, for example, if they're a 2-star director right now, I'm going to make a note, 3-star director, scratch that out or something. I haven't come up with my system yet, but I just prepared that board because I wanted you to kind of see some of the things that I'm doing, okay? And so I just know how I am, and it really excites me. What just happened? It just excites me. Let me go back to my PowerPoint because I just messed it up. Okay. Well, it's still not sharing.
It's still showing the Honolulu May 5 through 9.
Is it showing for you all?
It's still showing that creative vision board.
Yeah, on my end, I don't even see it. I don't even know. I don't understand why I don't see it. Huh. Gosh, that is really something. I'm gonna have to stop share and try it again. Let's try it again. Okay, now I can see my own screen. I couldn't even see my screen earlier. All right, now. So the first thing I highly recommend, I already told you to create that vision board because it's better if you can visualize it. But also, you got to establish some goals. If you do not establish some goals, then you're just going around in circles and you're going to get nervous and you're going to say, oh, I don't know if I can do it. But see, if you establish the goals, then you'll stay on point. First thing, you've heard this many times. Please admit, everybody, Jewel. First thing you got to do is be specific. So SMART goals mean you're specific, they're measurable, something that's achievable, something that's realistic, and something that's time-bound. Okay, so let's go through this. The first one, first of all, where do you start? If you go to your back office, the home page, this is something new that you got to get used to. On that page, over to the right, you'll see a banner that shows what your personal volume is, what your qualified downline volume is, what your volume legs are, and your outside leg volume and binary balancing. What I really want you to focus on right now is volume leg. So when you see that volume leg, there's a circle right below it. Click on that circle. It's going to open up a page. And on that page, it's going to list all the separate legs of volume that you have of people that you have personally enrolled. Take a screenshot of that and print it out. Put it to your email, send it to you by email and print it out. Because what you want to be able to do is keep track of every week or everything that the people that you have personally enrolled, what they have done. As we go into this, you're going to see what I mean. You need to know, like, say, for example, if say somebody, let's say Linda was a 1-star executive, I want to be able to see when she achieved that, because in order for her personally to get, I don't know how many points, look at my sheet. In order for, gosh, I can't even believe I don't have my sheet in front of me. But anyway, for her to get the points to go to 1-star executive to 2-star executive. Okay, in my case, I would receive 20 points for her to hit it, but she will receive 30 points. So it's important for me to know if I'm achieving my goals and she's also achieving her goals. But if I have that sheet, then from that point on, all I got to do is go to my back office, listen to this, Enroller Tree Viewer, because I'm looking at somebody else's volume, not mine. Go to Enroller Tree Viewer, find Linda, and then, type her name in, and then click on her view profile, and then click on her volume. It's going to, when I click on volume, it's going to show you me exactly when did she hit 2-star executive. So do you see how that works? This is why you need to print this out. Right now, that's all I think you need to worry about. Now, specific, let's talk about being a specific. Get a head count of who wants to go with you. That's what I was talking about a minute ago, that on your vision board, the first thing you want to do, anybody on this call can tell you, I've asked, the first thing I ask you, I'm not going to force anybody to want to do the trip. I want to know, do you want to go? And they know I've said, do you want to go? Do you know anybody else on your team who want to go? That's what you need to know. So the first thing we can do, you guys, this is so exciting, is to maintain your rank as manager or director. Okay, if you're manager or director, now listen, you got 1-star, 2-star, 3-star manager, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star director. Let's say you're a 3-star manager this week, you could get 1 point, but then, and it started October 27th, and what the company is saying is effective this Monday, the week we're in right now, this is what establishes your baseline. So if it says that you are, let's say, 2-star manager, and then you go up to 3-star manager this week or next week, but then the next week you fall back to 2-star manager, you don't even get to count that week anymore. You only get to count the weeks that you are maintaining your highest rank. I will repeat that. Let's say you're a 2-star manager this week and you get 1 point. Next week, you get promoted to 3-star manager. You get another point. The following week, you fall back to 2-star manager, 0 points. It's very important to maintain. That's why I'm saying receive 1 point each week up to 17 points, okay? If you're executive 1, 2, or 3, I don't care if you're executive 1, 2, or 3, you can't get to, start at 1-star executive and get to 2-star executive and fall back, because, and I'm telling you something, during the week, things are going to change. I've had many conversations. It could say 1-star executive today, and tomorrow it could say 2-star executive, or, you see what I'm saying? But you're not going to probably not going to fall back to 1-star in the same week. It'll be the following week. So I just want you to understand how that works. So your goal, if you're an executive or presidential, and then as long as you maintain that rank, for every week and don't fall back, you get 2 points each week. Okay. Some of you are close to executive, 1st level executive already there. And so you want to get 2 points each week. So that is the part that you want to, make sure you understand when it comes to maintaining your rank, okay? Now, rank up. Let's say you're a 1-star director. To get to 2-star director, you're going to receive 15 points, but you got to maintain that 2-star director for 4 weeks. You know, that's the only qualification of this whole thing that matters. You got to I should say the only qualification, because I just told you maintaining your rank matters too. But that's some easy points to keep up with, to achieve right there. But down here, where you're ranking up, you got to maintain that rank for at least 4 weeks. So it's very important to try, if you're real close to rank. I know some of you are like, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I think it was Gwen Millsap, and one of her personals, he would have already been a 2 or 3-star manager, but the only thing was missing, he only had 77 points. So she told him, place that order. He placed the order, boom, he got promoted to the next rank. So that's really easy in some situations, but you got to maintain it. If you're trying to count that for yourself, you need to maintain that for 4 weeks in order to count that 15 points. Now, you as the person who brought that person in, you do get the points under this category. The next category where you have people on your team that you have personally enrolled, and when they rank up. So let's give an example. I'm trying to show you how to qualify for the trip. Let's say you have just, over the next 2 or 3 weeks, let's say you enroll 5 people who are core, okay? And then they turn, we always do it this way. You enroll somebody as a core. Next month when their auto-ship is due, you tell them right away, listen, I'm going to show you how to save money on your next order. Don't let them just go and do another auto ship, because a lot of times they're doing it for them and one for their spouse. They just spent $200. So for $235, they can get 3 sleeves, and that's going to save them $65 on 3 sleeves. And guess what? That you're going to get a total of 4 points for that person. You were just going to get 2 points when they were core, but you get another 2 when they advance to the advanced package the next month, unless they do it the first month. So if you enrolled 5 cores, that's 20 points. And then what you want to do is help those 5 get advanced to manager 3. That's just an example. Manager 3, I believe, is 2,500 points. Very simple. A person can get 3 people, and then those 3 people can each get 2. Literally to advance, they can get to manager 3 very easy. And when those people get to manager 3, that's 10 points per person. So now you just made 70 points by helping 5 people that you enroll get to advance. If they didn't come in day 1 on advance, some people come in right away as advanced. If they don't, you help them get upgraded eventually, and then you help them get to manager 3. Once again, these are people who are saying, hey, I want to go. But now you just got 70 points just on the people that you personally enrolled. So far, you've generated 102 points. Okay, remember on the previous page, let me see if I can go back. On the previous page, you maintained your rank. Let's say you maintained your rank for your rank of manager director. All together for the whole starting last week, you got 17 points. And then let's say, in this example, you could be a manager, a director, executive. I don't know what you are, but I'm just giving an example that if you're a director 1 and you got promoted to director 2, you're going to receive 15 points after maintaining. So that's 17 right there. I'm not going to count you as an executive. Most people aren't. But let's say 17 points as a manager director plus another 15. That's 32 points. All right. Now you got another 70 between this, helping those people get to manager 3, and another 20 for getting them up to upgrading to advanced or coming in as advanced. So 70 plus, what did I just say? Gosh, that's 102 points. That's 32 points on the first page and 70 here. Can you see, this is one person plus their flight. Many of you are single, but guess what? Even if you're not married, you might want a friend. You might want your mother. You may want your sister or somebody like that to go with you. So keep going if you got enough time. And now let's show you how to come up with some more points. Enroll 10 customers. That's not that hard, because let me tell you how. We talking about launch calls, especially brand new people. When you do your launch call, I highly recommend you do your launch calls when you first get started, at least 3 or 4 within your first 2 weeks, or get them on some other call, because guess what? On a launch call, hopefully you can get 5 to 10 people per call, because you got a whole list of 100 people. You know that many people, and you keep growing your list. Out of every call, let's say there's 10 people on the call, maybe 2 or 3 might say, hey, I like that, but how can I get some of that? They are really implying most of the time they want to be a customer. And so you encourage them, hey, let me help you save some money. And what you could, what you could do, instead of you paying retail for $150, let me get you in as a preferred customer. That means you're going to save $50 per sleeve. If you can get 10 of those, we got 17 weeks to do this, y'all. 1 customer a week, that's 10 points. I mean, I'm just saying, but the best time to get those customers is when you first get started, because most people want to try the patch, most of them. Now, upgrade 4 people. Let's say you got some people, or they could be one of these people, but when you do your launch calls, a lot of times, people just want to try one. They don't want to be a preferred customer committed to an auto ship. And then instead of them, I mean, you could sign them up as a retail. They don't want to pay the retail price. You want to help them. I'm suggesting, please remember this, as these people want to be customers, say, listen, I'm about to place a big order. If you sell me $125, I'm gonna save you $41, because if you go to my site and order one time as a retail customer, it's gonna cost you about $100 or $171. So I'm gonna save you $45 by charging you $125. You take that $125, and your goal is to try to get about, within these launch calls or something, 10 customers, or you can reach out to people that you've already talked to and say, listen, I know you said you were impressed with this patch, but you really never tried it. What if I offer you a $45 off? I'm about to place a large order with you. And whatever you want to do, help 4 people do that, so that they can grow, so they can upgrade from advanced to premium. That's another 4 points. If you did that with 4 people, that's another 16. Okay, so now that's 26 more points. Help 3 more existing brand partners rank up from 1 to 3-star managers. See, these people up here were brand new people you started with, but some of you already have team members that never did anything, or they, you know what I mean, or they fell back. Because I was talking to one of my teammates today who was a director, but not only her, but everybody else on her team fell off of the bandwagon. But I told her I really want her to go to this trip, and I told her it's gonna be easy. And she didn't say no. She says, well, let's talk. Did you ever follow up with that chiropractor I gave you? That was her conversation. That lets me know she is still open. Okay, so she is back down, y'all, to active brand part. She's not even a 1-star manager anymore. So guess what? She's got some people on her team that we could maybe easily get reactivated. But if I helped her become a 3-star manager over time as we go, that would be 10 points for her, because she can go from 1-star, that's 2 points, 2-star, that's 3 points. 3-star, that's another 5 points. That's 10 points. If I could find 3 people, that's another 30 points. Okay. And then, so you now have generated between this right here, another 56 points. And that's a total now of 158 points, which qualifies for you and your spouse. I don't mean to go all these details about this. I'm just trying to explain to you the way this works is you're getting points for every single thing. And now that we have the revised compensation plan, it's easy to go from 1-star to 2-star, and you get points for every single step that you make. Okay. Now, all along, you're going to be ranking up and earning money. So not only are you qualifying for this trip, but you're making money the whole time. And like when you get to be when you get 1, 2, and 6, well, when you get to 1-star director, guess what? You make $500. Some of you are right there at 1-star director. You make $500. And if you maintain that for 4 weeks, you get the whole 500, but you got a whole 52 weeks to maintain those 4 weeks. So the first payment will be $250. Soon as 4 weeks go by that you maintain that, you get the other $250. But then 2-star director, guess what? You're getting luggage. You're getting carry-on or backpack or a duffel bag. And then when you get to be 3-star director, they're gonna give you the carry-on luggage, the kind of, what you can put your clothes in, excuse me. And so those are some perks along the way to hidden director. Some of you are right there on the cusp of being 1-star executive. You about to make $5,000. You're gonna get $2,500 up front, maintain it for 4 weeks out of 52. Gonna get that's some good Christmas money. I mean, I'm talking about you right there. You are right there, like this week possibly, to get to 1-star executive. That's real exciting. So how many people on your team are you being accountable to for qualifying and going with you? It's going to be so much fun if you go with some people. Now we're trying to, our goal, team goal, is to take 100 people, because really, guess what? I've written down 10 people that I'm personally being accountable to, and then I'm helping them. Let's say they may have 4 or 5 people. They may have 10 as well, but let's say they have 3 or 4 or 5 people, and maybe each one of them, if we continue this process, they may have 1 person apiece. It's easy to come up with 10 people on your entire team, okay? Especially for brand new people, y'all. I'm telling you, the brand new people have a warm market that has not been touched. So the key is to keep going deep, keep going deep. Now, measurable, we talk about SMART goals. Specific, now we talk about measurable. How many Zoom calls can you get on? How many 3-ways can you do? I was talking to a lady. I had her on a Zoom call. Was it last night? When is the day? When I had her on a Zoom call Monday. Okay, we couldn't talk yesterday for whatever reason, but she wanted to talk yesterday. Said we talked today. She's going to be joining sometime this week. But that was a Zoom call. Every time you do that, maybe 1 or 2 people on the Zoom call, you might, because those Zoom calls are so great, that's measurable. How many can you do? How many home parties are for you and your team? I did an error right here, but how many people how many home parties are you doing? How many prospects per day? Listen, one thing I learned, especially when you've been in this business for a long time, you got to leave the house. Every single time me and Harvey leave the house, we see somebody, we may not even know these people, but that's how I signed up a premium last week. Somebody, I was at a training for cabinets, and I met 2 female builders. So that's how you meet people, but because I'm going to run out of people sitting at home. I may be able to follow up like I've done. And then if you patch somebody and see, we had a couple that came over last Friday, the man's back was hurt, and I put the patch on the back of his neck, the back of his back, and he was able to bend and do stuff he said he was normally not able to do. But guess what? I followed up and signed him up yesterday. Okay. So follow up, all these are things are measurable. How many follow-ups can you do? How many people can you talk to? All of that is how you come out and generate points. Is it achievable? Is it achievable for you to talk to 5 people a day? If you're brand new, I keep emphasizing, yes, you probably can, because you got a list. Whereas if you've been in the business for a while like me, may not be achievable to talk to 5 prospects a day. I have to get out of the house, and I make sure that I'm ready with my envelope and my postcards and my patches, because I'm going to figure out one way or the other how to start a conversation. And I may reach out, talk to 5 people, that I may not, but I must certainly try. But you got to do something. You got to get home. Is it achievable to rank up to 2-star director in 15 more weeks if you are a 1-star director? That was the example that I gave, right? Yes, it's achievable. It's very achievable. If it's not achievable, then it's achievable, but it's up to you. Is it achievable to enroll 5 cores? Ultimately advanced. They're going to start out as core, but ultimately you want to get them to advanced by upgrading the following month, remember, and help them get to 3-star manager. Yes, that's very achievable, because it's 14 points by the time you get 4 advanced to 3-star manager time 5. That's 70 points, y'all. It's achievable. Are those same activities goals realistic? Yes, they are. Don't put yourself out there and say, I'm going to be a 1-star presidential, and all this time you've been in the business, you haven't even gotten a 1-star director. That's not realistic. So let's just be realistic, and let's be time bound. Make sure the activities that you plan to execute are time sensitive. For example, give yourself a date and time to do these activities and to reach the goals. Okay. Just like I knew that Harvey and I are flying out in the morning. In case you had not heard, Harvey lost his father last week, and we're going to his homegoing in Milwaukee. I already knew that starting tomorrow, my week is going to be short with LifeWave. And so I tried to pack as much as I could in, and you got to be sensitive to what your schedule is. Stay motivated and accountable by eliminating distractions, seeking support, anticipating obstacles, and rewarding yourself by qualifying for this trip. I was talking to someone today, and just being accountable helps this person stay motivated, helps all of us stay motivated. And she was seeking support on trying to figure out certain things, understanding the report in the back office. That's very important, you guys. Now, I'm going to shift really quickly. I'm going to transition into just announcing, in case you have not heard, we have a big event in Atlanta, December 5th, 6th. Friday and Saturday, these times, friend, I think this is gonna be the manager training on Friday, but I think it's gonna be changed to 11 a.m. and end at 4, because we're gonna have a social gathering that evening and we want you to have some rest. That Saturday is probably gonna be moved up to 10 to 4. So I just wanted to provide that information. If you've not registered yet, please go to digitalalliance101.com, digitalalliance101.com. Right now, the tickets are $59, but effective Saturday morning, they're going to go up to $79. This has been out for a while, but it has not been promoted as strongly as we're promoting it now. You want to be at this event. The top leaders on our team, all the way from Houston, California. Renee Wade is on this call. She'll be flying in. We're gonna pour into you. And this right here is gonna push you, is going to determine how you're gonna start out 2026. But we're gonna close out 2025 strong. We have already made a decision that, LifeWave is gonna recognize our team. Okay, we decided that, but we've got some people that have got years and years of experience that are gonna be pouring into you. Now, your action items are this. Go ahead and register for Legacy Emotion, the event I just told you about. The price goes up to $79 on Saturday, and you're going to go to Digital Alliance to register. But there are also rooms available at that hotel that you can register right there on that website. With that being the case, listen, I am going to really quickly, I didn't do this, but I'm going to make some people co-host. That just simply means if you have a question, and really, I'm not being partial to anybody. I'm muting some names, and if anybody has any questions before we end the call, you can go ahead and unmute yourself. And anybody have any questions or comments? Because I know some of y'all are real excited. You just calling me every 5 minutes. You're so excited. Let's see, anybody want to ask a question or make a comment or say that, or tell everybody that you are going to Hawaii. All right, y'all pretty quiet this evening. That's okay. Listen, I want to thank you all for joining the call today. And please keep us in your prayers as we travel, and we'll be back on this call next Wednesday night. Thank you all so much. Have a good one.